Hey everyone, welcome to episode 27 of Let's Platinum and 100% Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception on the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. Alright, I'm going to start straight up with the cut. Here we go, there. Alright, so this is how I did this section. I feel like I kind of got a little bit lucky here, but this is a good start. Just jump over that, take him out, and then... Oh, did that guy actually notice me? Okay, apparently this guy noticed me. And then I jumped on here on purpose and pressed square to kick him. This guy couldn't decide whether he wanted to go up or down. So I just started firing. Then this guy came out of nowhere. I'm so glad he punched me, because then I got into melee combat. I was a little bit annoyed that I did the grenade trick with him, but then that guy came up and it really worked out well. And then someone tried to throw a grenade, it didn't work. And then this was where I couldn't work out if everyone was dead. I could see that guy, and then I think I saw this guy. And then I really took my time. I was very cautious just to make sure that everyone was dead, because I didn't want to redo it. Drake wasn't saying anything about excuse me. Drake wasn't saying like, oh, we're done and I can get Sully and all that, so I just decided I couldn't see anyone anywhere else. I decided to drop off the edge here and it was fine. So that was good. Okay, what's the next bit? I'm just trying to think. Are there more enemies? Oh no, yeah. This next bit, I don't know why I left it in. I probably should have cut all this out, but oh well. It's just getting through the door. There's no enemies for a while. I made a few mistakes, I think, of like where I cut stuff. Like I was recording, and I was like, okay, I'm like trying to picture what's next. I was like, there's no enemies there, so I can play for a little while without having to record. And then there should be a cut right here. Okay, so basically we go through that door that you saw in front of me. We shoot the lock off, and then Drake jumps down here with the well and the bucket. And then taking out these enemies is pretty easy. Just stay by this wall. This guard will kind of notice you, and then I got pretty lucky for him to walk towards me. As soon as Drake made a slight motion, you press square, and then you just have to figure out where these last two guards are. So there's one right there. And I went for him now, took him out, and then because we saw where the flashlight was before, and even now we can see it, I knew where this guy was, so I went for it. He kind of noticed me there, and then I was like, okay, come back. And then yeah, he just ran all over the place. I don't know if he noticed me or the bodies, maybe the bodies. Okay, so now there's going to be another cut here. It's going to be a very quick one. So we get to this position, and now I go for it, but I end up failing, so there's a cut right here. And here we go, and this is where I get it. This only took me 3 or 4 goes, so I'm really happy about it. And I don't think it was luck. These first 2 moves are pretty much like you should do them. Here, you shouldn't do what I did. You can kind of wait for him to come around, and then he'll have a little bit. I got really lucky here. I got into position, took him out nice and easily. And then I think this is the best cover to take. Make sure that you're paying attention to all the grenades. Make sure that you go for the guys with the laser sights. You don't necessarily have to go for them first, but I kind of like going for them because I know where they are. I think that guy died, but I wanted to make sure with this grenade. A lot of these throwbacks are actually really, like, because the area is so tight, a lot of the throwbacks that you make are going to be pretty strong. So yeah, and definitely use the aim down sights, or not aim down sights, but is it aim down sights? I guess technically it would be aim down sights / zoom in with this gun, because it has the best, like that red dot is just so perfect to take out the enemies, because it's like, I don't know, 30% of their heads. So if you're on their head at any point, I can't believe I didn't get that guy. If you're on their head at any point, you'll almost certainly kill them. Except for that guy. I couldn't tell if this guy was alive or not, and I was just like, let me just make sure. And now I decided to be a little bit risky and go for it, and I heard the explosion, and then the little hint marker at the bottom left, that's hand corner of the screen, came up. And so I was pretty sure that I'd gotten everything done. Alright, now we run up here and go through the gate. I left all this in, I guess. Yep, so just go through the gate.
Yep, clear.
Got it.
Like I said, some of it I left in, other bits I cut out. I tried to make it as good as possible. I think it's good. I think for the most part it's good. It's pretty consistent. You guys know where I'm going, and yeah, you can follow it pretty easy. Okay, so for this bit, climb up the stairs. There's going to be a cut here. It's a very quick one. Take this guy out. I got pretty lucky to take him out. He's being a complete jerk. I don't know how that last shot didn't get him. Then I can't believe I got him there. Then you want to take this guy out. And then you actually want to turn around and go this way. Now there's a few enemies here and you have to be kind of good. Like pretty lucky. I got a good shot there, a good shot there. And then once you get here, this is the final enemy of this checkpoint. If you can kill him, then you should get the checkpoint. Chloe actually, you'll see in a second here, I think Chloe took this guy out. So I didn't realize he was going to come around the way as soon as I got that close, but watch Chloe here. I'm like trying to take him out. I think he dropped a grenade or threw it improperly for some reason. Chloe is just like on him, smack, throws him over her shoulder, and he dies. And I was just like, wow, that's amazing. That was fantastic. Okay. This bit. Alright, so now this is the hardest, this is one of the hardest sections in the game, but I actually found a really good strategy. I couldn't believe that I found this strategy. I actually tried it twice because I failed it the first time by accident in a really stupid place, but it worked out in the end. Alright, what you want to do is aim for that guy and then kill him as quickly as you can. Now the screen's not frozen, it does look like it is, but it's not frozen. Then shoot this guy, I got him first shot, and then finally shoot this guy here on the left that's going to come up, and be liberal with your bullets here because you have basically infinite ammo, which I have like 4 bullets left when he dies and then I have 15. Once you've killed all those guys, basically rush to the end. There are 2 enemies to your right and you're going to see a laser sight for a second, there we go. Just rush, get here, make sure to press X right at the end of your jump here and then you'll get here. Beautiful. Alright, now I die on my first attempt at this, but I just wanted to show you what I did, which was really stupid. Climb in the window. Now, here, this is a pretty decent strategy as well. Take that guy out through the window. This can be a little bit tricky, but you want to take those 2 guys out on the far end, and then take this guy out. If you can do that, you've done pretty well so far. Finally, the last thing you have to do is take this guy out. He should have died there. 2015, he would have died there. Take this guy out, throw a grenade really badly, almost kill yourself, but in a way barely injure yourself. I don't know what the hell happened there. But yeah, that's actually it for that bit. It's just those enemies, and now when you open this door, the brute comes through. Now I tried to take him out with the mag. I actually got a headshot here on him. Bang, but he didn't seem to be essentially phased by that. I can't remember, I don't think this one... I'll see in a second. Maybe it was this one. Throw him. No, he didn't really go down much faster, I don't think, because of that mag headshot. There was, yeah, then he randomly flies from the roof down to the ground. There was like a brute, there's going to be a cut here.
This way, come on.
Oh, no, sorry, it's not a cut, it's just a natural progression. This is one of those long recording sessions that I had and I just progressed naturally. Oh wait, I didn't cut this out.
Yeah, we'll just hurry it up, lads.
Ah, damn it, I didn't cut this out. Great. Oh well, we're gonna have to watch this for a little while. Sorry, I thought I cut this out. I had to keep like checking things and making sure that everything was done properly, and I must have just missed this. Oh well, while we hear them talking about this, we can just listen to me talking. So there was a brute earlier that I fired on, and I don't remember if... I think it was the brute in the when the chateau was burning down. Basically, like, I shot him a whole heap of times, and then he... I like hit him a couple times, and then he went down very, very quickly. But I don't think you guys saw that one, because the one that you saw was where I basically just spammed an AK-47 into his face and he went straight down. This is so annoying. Why did I leave this in? It's literally like 3 minutes of just nothing, or something that we've seen before. Sorry about that, guys. But to make up for it, the next section is going to be really, really good. So the strategy that I used for the previous one, yeah, the tower outside, it was very, very good. Oh, actually, I should explain that while we wait. So the reason I had to use that strategy was because, why? Because if you kill the first guy and then make it to the second cover, there's the enemy with the laser sight to the right, and there's also an enemy with, I think, like the gun that I got now, the Gmail. And both of them together, I get killed here, by the way. I'm dead, restart checkpoint, and now I'm here. The enemy with the Gmail and the... Oh, I got killed twice. Oh, okay. Forgot about that. The enemy with the Gmail and the laser sight, they kill you in about like 0.5 of a second, like half a second or something like that. They kill you really, really fast, and it's very, very tricky. It is possible to get past them with 2 extremely accurate headshots, but I tried and tried for like, what must have been 40 minutes or something like that, or more, and I couldn't get it to work, so I decided to just, like, I thought, there has to be another way, and as many times as I thought, no, I think like I just have to do it this way, I sort of thought to myself, let me try and work out how this, how else I could possibly do this, and then eventually I worked out that strategy and I got it like within 2 or 3 attempts. That was the crazy thing. Not only did I get it within 2 or 3 attempts, but the reason I said like make sure you jump right at the end of your jump before was because the first time I actually made it, and then I fell, like the last jump I jumped way too early and Drake didn't automatically grab the ledge, he just went falling down. I was like, no, it took Vinny for 45 minutes and I can't get past this, and then I finally get past it and screw up there, so I was just like, oh well, it doesn't matter. And I redid it and it worked, so it's a pretty good strategy. Okay, now here, I don't know if I killed everyone, I think I did. There's different weird like ways that they decide whether you're good or not. Alright, so there's finally going to be a cut here, and we're going to come to what I'm most proud of in this episode. Alright, I recommend doing exactly what I do here, because it'll save you a lot of time. It took me probably like 10 to 15 minutes to get past this area, and this strategy that I'm showing took like 5 or 6 minutes, I think. Oh, actually, I have no idea. Maybe it wasn't that long, but it basically eliminates everyone silently, and you don't have to, there's no firefights, there's no nothing, it was all really, really good. So go through up to that top building, take that guy out, then jump down the thing, take this guy out, and the cool thing about this strategy is it almost looks like Naughty Dog, when they play tested it in this way. Like, they looked at it and said, yep, this is exactly how someone could do the whole thing. This was the only bit that I kind of got a little bit annoyed by, because I thought that guard saw me and he wasn't doing anything, so I was like, okay, maybe he hasn't seen me. And then I was waiting for him, and oh, he didn't even take that long. In the moment, it was like forever. I was waiting for him to just move on, and he just wouldn't go. Then you take this guy out, and there's a perfect little spot to jump up here. See this? It almost looks like this was the intended strategy. And like I said, it only took me like 5 minutes of playing to just come up with something. And the thing is, if you were playing this without watching this video and you tried something like this, you would probably come up with something really similar. So yeah, I mean, again, another area where you have to leap and take down an enemy. That like barely ever happened in Uncharted 3, and all of a sudden you start realizing, especially playing on brutal difficulty, you're like, oh, that actually can happen a lot of the time. And then finally, I think that was it. I thought I saw an enemy over there, but I think that was it. There should be one more enemy here. And then I think I did it. I got really lucky to not get spotted there. I took him out, and then I walked towards the door. As soon as I saw Drake walking, I was like, yes, I did it. I did it all in one go. Actually, that only took 2 minutes, I think. Hang on, time was it 12? Yeah, I think it only took 2 minutes. So that was I'm very, very proud of that section. That went really, really well. Okay, there's not as much sort of filler in a way here. But yeah, there's going to be a cut in about 15 seconds, and we're going to get back into the action. This action sequence took me a little bit to get past. I kept dying for the most stupid reasons, but eventually I or worked out how to do it, and it's actually not that hard. It's just more about patience than anything else. Okay, so it should be a cut right here. Okay, here we go. So just wait for Sully like to take those guys out in the building. Take this guy out that has the laser sight. There's another guy, I think Sully takes him out as well. Don't worry about the guy in the middle. Well, one of those guys dropped their grenades, which is great, and then Sully followed it up with a rocket. You can take that guy out, but Sully pretty much takes him out every time. This guy, I went for him a bit, but Sully, I think, kills him on his own. I just decided to go for him because I was like, oh, I'm bored. I have to wait anyway, because there's an enemy coming up the stairs, but oh, wow, they came a lot quicker this time. There's an enemy coming up the stairs, and I was just waiting for him, and then I turned around and saw these two guys. These two guys are really important to take out. I don't know if I killed him there. I think I did. We'll see in a second. I must have killed him because, yeah, he didn't really show up again. Okay, cool. Anyway, the guy that comes up the stairs, Sully kills him with the rockets. And then there's these guys, so kill him. And him. Oh, hang on. Yeah, he's gonna jump out the window and then like climb up the stairs, kill him. Once you've killed those guys, you're down to about... actually, I don't remember, but I threw a decent grenade here and killed that guy, so that was good. And now there's a little bit more of a tricky section here. Come down here to spawn the next set of enemies. I like to wait until that guy's down there, shoot that, get him to kind of like stumble, and then just take him out with the gun. I missed every single shot there, I don't know how. And then I was like, alright, where is this scumbag? And then I saw him there. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I died there, by the way, before. That's exactly how I died. I dropped down on that edge, and then I pressed circle and died. Couldn't get him with the Mag 5, unfortunately. Got him with the shotgun, and then this was the next bit that I had to go to. I got very lucky here, I think. Jump into this hole and use it as cover. It's a pretty decent place to kind of stay, because Sully's still helping you out. And yeah, you can sort of like hide here pretty well. Use your grenades as well. You won't be using them in the next, like, for quite a while after this. So use them. Here I got pretty lucky. This guy was actually really close to me, so my blind fire could work really well. Same thing there with the grenades. Once those snipers come up, you know you're at the end. You just have to take them out. Took a few shots. Sully fired one, and then they're gone. And that's basically that section. Alright, there's gonna be a cut here in another few seconds, but yeah, that's basically that section. Alright, the next bit, I wasn't actually gonna show this because I forgot about it. Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't show the fighting section with Cutter. I got pretty lucky here. You'll notice I like took cover behind one of those positions with circle, and that sort of seems to give you a speed boost, and I got pretty lucky there by almost not getting hit at all. Just keep trying that section, you'll eventually get it. There are a few, like on my first attempt I got it, when I first got to that bit, I think I got it on my second go, and then when I tried to record it, because I thought, okay, maybe it's worthwhile showing, I got it on my like 10th go, so it takes a little bit of time. This is such an annoying section. I don't even know. Oh, did I actually succeed in that? No, I must have, yeah. So see if you can use square. It's really annoying to use it. Here you can't blind fire for some reason because of the position I'm standing in. I was trying to blind fire, it was really hard. And that guy pretty much died. Oh, no, he didn't die. Shoot that guy. And then, yeah, make sure you keep an eye on those grenades. Very important that you keep an eye on those grenades. I think I die here, but yeah, I hate this bit. I fired like crazy on this guy, and he still would not die. Like, I thought he was dead there, and then all of a sudden he gets up. I'm like, come on! And then I did it again, and he was still alive. And then finally he died, and then I can't remember where I died, but that was a bad position, I couldn't get him. Took cover here, tried to get the right shield, then died. Then when I restarted checkpoint, I got to here. This section sucked as well, it took me about 20 minutes to do, or 15 minutes. Throw a grenade, or change to the Gmail, throw a grenade. Oh, I left that bit in, whoops. Change to the Gmail, throw a grenade, shoot the dude, explode both, shoot that dude again. Make sure you shoot that one on the left to drop the grenade. Wait until that guy stops firing for a bit, shoot him, and then just try and get close. And then this remaining bit is still pretty tricky, but it is possible. So just wait until the right shield guy shows himself. Keep trying to fire at him. Yeah, he was really far away, and I didn't want to risk like sort of showing myself, because every time I did, he seemed to have the upper hand on me. There were a few times where I shot him in the arm perfectly in like different attempts, and he still got me. It was ridiculous. So now he's really far out, and I just tried to, yeah, I took him out like that, and I was like, thank God. And now I knew what to do. Use the right shield, equip it, make sure you've got it equipped. Then slowly walk forward, grab a grenade, aim at this canister, walk forward. When the guy pops out, shoot it, and then immediately throw a grenade right in the middle. Because it'll kill this guy, and then this is the last guy that you have to deal with, this heavy. And then luckily he tried to throw a grenade too, didn't really work. Shot him a handful of times, and his hat finally fell off, I think. There we go. And then a few more times, and he's gone. He's the last one, so just use your bullets, use everything, make sure he dies. And then I finally got past that bit. It was really tough. Alright, now this next bit we have to open the door, and then, oh, there's something I should mention real quick. When on my first attempt here, when I got through the door, the right shield worked perfectly. I almost completed the entire thing with it. But when I tried it a second time, the right shield got cut down immediately. It's like it doesn't even have any durability. So instead of using the right shield, I recommend having an arm micro and just sitting in this position. I mean, I'm still using it, but I'm not like using it to go forward. Just stay in this position, and you can actually take them all out with the arm micro. Just use one bullet at a time. You can see my ammunition going down by 1 or 2 bullets every second. And just keep trying to like be really accurate. Take those guys out, like even the heavy here. Look at this, 1, 2, 3. I've got 10 bullets on him, 15, 20. And yeah, he took about like 21, 22 bullets. Yeah, you can see like the right shield got cut down immediately. I don't even know what I was going for there. And I think that bit was lucky. To get an extra grenade there was really lucky. And then here, there's one guy on either side, so just be wary. Watch for when one guy goes into cover and the other guy is not. And then you can take one out at a time. And then I didn't know what happened here, I couldn't tell. But I had another right shield with tons and tons of micro bullets, so I was like, okay, this is good. Slowly crawl up. I think he ended up dying, and then so the only 2 guys that were left were the ones on the other side. And then there's actually a few more enemies after that, but I think, actually I can't be sure, so don't take my word for it. But anyway, take these guys out with some nice, careful bullets. And then there's a few enemies, and I knew I was at the end, and chapter 10 is like a brand new start, so throw a grenade immediately here. Kill those 2 guys, and then there's finally this guy here. And he's dead. And we did it. This is pretty much the end of chapter 9. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for this episode. And in the next episode, I skip a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll be... Oh, well, you'll see where I'll be. I'll be quite far. Alright, but I want to thank you all for watching episode 27 of Let's Platinum and 100% Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception on the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. My name is Ultimate456, and I will see you next time.